So, welcome everyone for today's topics. Today, we are going to discuss the path to realization. And this path to realization can be used in any of the way you want to use, whether you want to use this to achieve the Almighty or reach the Almighty. Um, you want to find out who the God is or what that power is that has created the universe, or you want to achieve a goal, a specific goal in life, or you really want to see what the real truth is in terms of who you are, who you really are, basically. Do you know yourself right now, or do you really want to know yourself, basically? So, this path is something that can be used for many aspects. You can use it to find the ultimate goal. You can find it, or you can use it to, in fact, also achieve certain goals that you have, not just the ultimate goal, but other certain goals. This approach will help you basically achieving things. It is not um, going to be very descriptive, I would say, because I'm just going to simplify the approach. Each of the each of the thing that I'm going to talk about in today's presentation is going to be something that uh, that can be expanded quite a lot to discuss each and every step. So the idea is that we have a bird's eye view of how we can move towards realizing our goals or achieve something that we really wanted to achieve. So with that background, the when it comes to the path to realization or realizing who the Almighty is or Creator is. And I'm using different terms um, because for some of us, we are quite spiritual. We really want to understand the actual information about this world. When this world was created, who created this world, what the shape, form, or even if there's no form for the Creator, um, we really want to understand what the truth is, what the absolute truth is as well. Apart from that, we also want to make changes to our lives. When we talk about things beyond this life, we can't easily get rid of things that we have to struggle with within this life. So, even though the title says how to realize the Almighty or Creator, you can use this approach to achieve your specific goals as well. So if you have to do so, what will you have to do? I am going to simplify in just two aspects. You can do it intellectually or you can do experientially. Intellect is one thing that helps us understand things before we begin, or when we have the information, it helps us process the information basically. So once we have the information, deciding about what is wrong, what is not, what is right, what is helpful, what is not helpful, seeing the logic, seeing the patterns, seeing the uh, obvious basically, if it is hidden in the plain sight, like many people say. So discerning that is something that intellect can help with. The other thing is experience. The experience is something that goes hand in hand with intellect. Where experience is little more powerful is because experience itself comes with intellect and information. So when you get experience, you do get information as well. And that is why in our society, experienced people are far more preferred because you know how to deal with things. You have experience, real experience of working in a certain field. So one small example or one clear example could be that you could read all about, say, swimming or skiing, skating, or any of those skills, and you can read everything about the techniques, about your posture, your everything about that skill, but you would still not know how to do it. You'll still have to actually physically do it, and that is where experience comes into the play. And that is why it is important that we look at both the aspect, not just intellect but experience as well. Many a times we say, okay, or another example I'll give before I get into what I was trying to say. Like if you have to try a piece of clothing, you want to buy a new dress, something that you really liked online window shopping or something. why do we try? That's actually experience, right? Don't we know the size? We know a standard size. Our society does a good job of labeling the clothes, standardizing the sizes. But then why do we still try? Because we know each piece of garment can be different from the other. Each brand, even though we have standardized sizes, can can fit differently. It depends on the quality of the cloth, the way stitching is being done, right? The design pattern, or the shape, the cloth is being cut. Basically, there's so many things that plays a role here there. So even though we intellectually know that something will fit us, we know better when we experience it, and that is why we try, and that is what happens in many aspects of life. I'm not saying intellect is not important, so please don't get me wrong, and I'm going to cover these two as well. What I mean by what I mean by intellect, and how can we improve on our intellect or experience, basically. uh, I'm not trying to say intellect is not as important, or is not um, critical for us, or we can completely ignore that. Some of us are more intellectual, and I don't mean the word intellectual in a way that the society refers to, by saying that this person is really intelligent. For me, it is, some people have high level of curiosity. They need to get the information, and unless they have that information, they don't feel settled. And that's what I mean by intellect. By focusing on getting the information, satisfying the hunger of your intellect, you can actually get yourself ready to move forward towards your goal. And there are some people who find it easier to generate faith, believe, trust in things, and they want to experience more, because maybe they are not good at reading, or getting the information by talking to different people or things like that. But there are some people like that. We simply can't categorize people in easy buckets, because each one is different, and each person thinks differently. Our DNAs are different. So when we try to categorize, it cannot be a perfect categorization. We are just trying to simplify things for understanding. So the other kind of people I was talking about is experiential people, who like to experience things, and that's when they feel more comfortable or confident about things. So we are going to discuss these two approaches. Typically, if you see, anything that you have to do will fall into these two large buckets. In each of the buckets, though, there are so much variation, there's so much that can happen, and that depends from person to person.